this association. This is our website. It's an online portal that's been developed for the use of doctors, healers, and therapists, and also mainly the public. And this is going to be a platform where we exchange information, understanding, and learnings, and also publicize different programs that are going to be happening regularly. This is a picture of which was taken in the first World Parliament on Spirituality, which happened in December 2012. It was done by this group called the World United, and which is based in Hyderabad. And that was a wonderful event, and somewhere in our slideshow, as the music goes on and the background is playing, you'll see some pictures of this World Parliament. It was a 5-day event during that so-called critical time of 20th December 2012, so it was from 17th to 21st. And people from over 50 countries came, and we had 3,000 strong crowd, and 300 speakers, 100 spiritual luminaries, and 200 speakers on applied spirituality. And the meaning of applied spirituality was how to bring this spiritual or humanitarian or holistic perspective into all the different walks of life. And these 200 speakers were from all these different walks of life, and I was one of those speakers, and I was the therapies and the holistic health side of it. So after this conference, there were 14 wings formed out of this association. Now this association does not belong to any person or a group or a company. An association is people coming together under common understanding and pledge. And you will see our pledge here on the slideshow. And we are one of the leading in the 14 wings, leading in terms of activity for how it's spreading out. We're mainly in India now and in metro cities in the process of setting up our teams and doing events like these. We first started out of Hyderabad, then we did an event in Delhi and also in Bombay, now in Goa, and also we have teams in Bangalore, Chennai, and Calcutta as well. So this is a movement that's mushrooming slowly, and my purpose of doing CMSE was, at first I thought I would do a big conference and try to get 200, 300 people into it in Goa. But looking at the logistics of Goa, when you announce something in North Goa, the people from South Goa find it impossible to come. And even when traveling over 1.5 or 2 hours is a big pain. So I said, okay, why don't I break down this event and have it at different places. So I first started in a place that was more familiar to me, which I stay close by. So I started in Colombo, and the next event is going to happen in November, which we are planning for in Bangalore, and after that in February, probably in Mount Long. So what is this movement about, and a little more on CMSE. Can the last person size, can you read this? Is it big enough?
The mission is to create awareness among the masses about the holistic model of healthcare and to help them shift from reactive to preventive healthcare by making holistic practices part of their daily life.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, so that is the first part, and the next is transformation in existing health practices to cover all the different dimensional aspects of a human being. And to provide minimally invasive, safe, and economical healthcare. So this perspective comes from this group, and we have all been watching and experiencing the current state of healthcare in the world. What's going on with the medical industry, what's going on with many other industries, and also complementary medicine. And so we have this vision that we want to bring all of these together. And that's the last statement. It's merging the best of modern healthcare, the alternative or complementary sciences, and also the ancient healing sciences. Now many people have this word, term they use, New Age and New Age therapies. But if that's a buzzword, that's kind of a business. But if you inspect all of the New Age therapies, there's nothing new about them. They're all ancient therapies that are being revived, through books or through what I call remembrances of people who used to do these things earlier. So it's a revival of old and ancient knowledge, and India is a wonderful place. India is the bedrock and the roots of so many healing systems in the world. Yes, the relevance of this work, and this is the first thing that hit me when I came to Goa. I'm a Goan by birth, and I've been most of my life in Bombay, but I especially came to work in natural health and healing to Goa 3 years back. I spent about 1 year just doing up my ancestral home, and since 2 years I've been a little bit active and doing these programs. So over this time period I realized something about Goa. It's not only Goa. If you get out of the metro cities and you go into the rest of India, you will find these particular aspects. Right? This is the average person. This is what they think. If you are sick, if you are on medication at 40, so what's so out of place? What's extraordinary about it? And here's what I say, modern medicines. Now modern medicines are those things that have been, especially manufactured over the last 50 years or so. So that's what I call modern medicine. With a lot of mind put into it. And in my teaching about natural healing therapies, I just linked it to the awareness of people that there was a stage when human beings and all cultures across the planet were much more connected with nature, and they spoke much more with natural medicines. Then science came in, and this movement happened that all of the development has to happen in special laboratories. And the laboratory is a very different environment than the outside energy in nature. So this is what I call modern medicines. They are being made in particular environments. I know what I'm talking about because I have worked in clean rooms, and those are rooms where pharmaceutical medicines are produced. So I worked in that field for a few years as an engineer. So yes, I've seen that our medicines are being made in unnatural environments. And this is a shocker for many people. And I bring out this information and understanding through my book that I've written, which is called Become Healthy or Extinct. And many people here know about that book. And I did a detailed presentation on this at CMSE last year. And a little bit a glimpse of this I will give you sometime today when I do my presentation. It's a shock. 70% of chronic illnesses come from food. So you get a little more insight into this, I'm also shocked when I explain that this is the movement that's going on in the world. It's nothing new, but it's there in certain pockets. Illnesses like diabetes, arthritis, cholesterol, BP, even obesity. I teach, in my book, how to lose weight without a single day of exercise in your own life. So that is also a big shock for people. The last statement is saying that people don't know that their sicknesses and even the accelerated aging pace that they're experiencing comes from a lot of wrong foods, wrong habits, and imbalanced energy. So this is what we're going to understand over the next 2 days from people who have been working in this field, who have an outlook of how things can be natural and organic, how the healing of the human body can be holistic. And yes, this is the education we have here in different cities to impart to the public. Have a look at this slide. When I say in 70% of chronic illnesses, these are all the illnesses that come from foods. Now when I say foods, it is either from excess of certain foods, the first factor, or a combination of the wrong foods, or sometimes in rare cases, certain foods that are not suited to your body type. So this information is really not available out in the public domain, and people are just popping whatever they want, whatever they get up in the morning, dream up a new dish, and they meet it. Yeah, but there could be something wrong in what you're eating. And this is just an overview of some of the programs that I've done here itself. Some of them were downstairs and some upstairs. But to give you an idea of what I have been teaching, and these were 2-hour programs. This could be taught in 2 hours, all of these 3-4 programs. And you will see the list of illnesses that can be cured the natural way. This is all done through our association, the World United Doctor and Healers Association, with a lot of help and support from the Lions Club of Colombo. And I'm very thankful to Lions Club for collaborating with us and giving us a platform to move out into the public. This is one of the first programs I did almost a year back. In fact, just over a year back. And to cure, we were using these few components. Of course, there are additional components that different people may like to use. Collaboration with Dr. Nucleus Hospital also, because they have sent their staff as well to do all the blood sugar testing. One of the serious topics that is in society nowadays, with a higher rate of occurrence compared to even 3 or 5 years back. So that's the kind of work we're here to do. Some of it is, there are 3 workshops, and that helps to engage the public and give out information so people understand that there's a natural and organic way of healing, that is not having any side effects, cheaper, and something that you can do on your own at home. So these are meetups we have in different cities, trying to promote, people to engage and understand this model of healthcare. This is a magazine that I edit. It's called CMSE, and it's a monthly magazine, and some of you have been getting it in your email box, I think. We started it in January, and this magazine helps the same thing for people to understand what is the integrated model of healthcare and the different events that we are conducting in different cities. And what's wonderful is that we're trying to get the word out, so I would request you also to spread, if you like this movement, to spread out the word to people in different places. Because we are very open if people call from certain cities and say that, we would like you to come here and speak and present and introduce us to your model, and we would also like to join the movement. This is the program schedule of last year's CMSE event in December in Hyderabad. And it just reminds me, I think there may be many of you who came in here and did not get a folder from us. So could you please raise your hands, the people who did not get a folder along with the notepad and some paperwork? Okay. Yeah, so I'll have Prem just come around as I speak and to hand you each this kit. See, the movement that has been there for a long time in the medical field is called CME. That stands for Continued Medical Education. And this extension to it, or the holistic movement of education, it started in India through this group and this word CMSE in 2007. So what I'm showing you just some few pictures of the earlier meets that we had in different cities. They were in Lucknow, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai, and not in Goa. Goa is our first conference. So these movements are all happening through people who are really inspired and people who have seen the vision that health and healing needs to be integrated. This is Dr. Yugandhar Golapalli. He's a medical surgeon and he lives in Hyderabad, and he's the prime person who started the movement. He started the World United organization, and it was under his guidance that I participated in last year's CMSE and also was a co-convener of that event. What I just mentioned. The next one that we are planning for is in November, the last week of November, 29th and 30th. So what I would really love for you to take in here is the concept and the flow of what we are doing. And if you feel inspired to participate in the next one or pass on this information to your friends and family also who are interested in natural holistic healing, please do so. Please mark these 2 dates in your calendar, and we are most open to people coming and wanting to participate and being part of this movement. So yes, this is what I have to present, and I would like to give the mic back to Dr. England for the rest of the proceeding. Thank you.